Hello, I am really excited today to talk to you about my Fountain of Youth project. I have been probably working my whole life to be able to present this program to you, and definitely this whole year. It is something that combines my foundational spiritual technology with my new next level innovative spiritual technology. This program downloaded earlier this year and it came in three parts. It started with ancestral healing that clears and detoxifies our lineage, our ancestral wounds from our history, so that we can be free of those. And then the next workshop that we did was the quantum workshop that gave us some advanced spiritual technology tools and skills for how to get into the quantum field and actually manifest the things that we're wanting with these accelerated and advanced tools. And then this Fountain of Youth um, workshop downloaded. And this is all about how to arrive at optimal wellness and health, and to even start to reverse our aging process. When you get to a certain age, you become more interested in how to maintain your wellness, because I don't want to have to go under the knife or use poison in my face to look my best or feel my best. So I am very eager to find out what other options exist on this path of optimum wellness. And we've had a year where our health has been the topic of conversation, not necessarily the most intelligent conversations that we've been having about how to um, maintain our immune system, how to be well, how to stay healthy and happy and strong. And so it felt important to me to include in this conversation a holistic approach to wellness that has to do with our mental well-being, our emotional well-being, our spiritual advancement and connection to our essence, alongside some really practical tools to support us in being well. So all of this has resulted in my Fountain of Youth project. So it has three different aspects to it. First of all, I will be doing a yoga workshop. I will also be offering a course that will take as long as you want it to take, but you will get support to do it for an entire year. That includes all of my foundational practices that were contained in my book, The Habit of Happiness, that teach the foundational basics for wellness. How to master the mind, how to master the emotions, how to connect to our own guiding principles, and the top 10 healthy habits that lead to happiness. And happiness is defined as an experience of well-being that contains positive emotions ranging from contentment to extreme joy. So health and happiness go side by side. They're ultimately the same thing. You know, wellness, well-being includes an elevated experience of life. So I'll be doing a workshop that will be a yoga workshop that will be the traditional 2-hour long workshop, and I will be sending that out separately. In this conversation, I want to talk about the whole project. The second element to the project is the Fountain of Youth online course, which contains everything in the foundational spiritual technology that I taught through the Habit of Happiness, and also the new elevated spiritual technology that I taught in the ancestral workshop, in the quantum workshop, and in the Fountain of Youth workshop. So that contains everything, and I'll be sharing more information and more details about that in a whole other video. The third element that I'm excited about is this product that I just received through the mail. It's called iHercules. It's a throat spray you take 4 times a day that really lengthens your telomeres. And this is a fantastic product with a company that I totally trust, all plant-based, no GMO, that targets and specifically focuses on clearing out our toxins, lengthening our telomeres, and turning the clock back on the aging process. And, I think you might be interested in that. I was definitely interested as soon as I heard about it. And I'm going to share more information about that product and how to get a hold of it. I want to introduce you to the person who introduced me to this product a little later. And you can get to know her a little better and a little bit more about, what the whole process is like and what the product is all about, because it's quantum, and you know how I feel about quantum. So for now, I just wanted to introduce you to these different elements in my Fountain of Youth project so that you've got an introduction to what's coming up and what I'm excited about in this next chapter of time. Namaste.
Time. It's been said that time is the true currency of life. You can always get more money, but you can never get more time. Imagine if you could reverse the curse and downward spiral that time does to your body. What if you found the proverbial fountain of youth and it was proven to work? Would you partake of it and turn back time?
Well, you can with iHercules, an amazing, revolutionary, high-frequency wellness product. It's a well-known fact that as you age, both the body and the mind decline, drop off, and deteriorate. But there is a way to change that, to turn back time. How? Let's examine the process. Everyone has a microcirculation chain. These are the little microvessels that carry the blood to about 75% of your body. Some are so small that 100 of these could fit in one human hair. They carry nutrition via the blood to our cells. During the last 100 years of technology and research, scientists have studied plant extracts and how they can impact the body through quantum physics. The dense nutrition that is in these plant extracts can make a huge impact on the body and the mind through the blood. All of your blood needs to come under the influence of this dense, raw nutrition. It's like an atomic bomb of health and energy. This allows this reversal of age biologically. Healthy blood, healthy body, healing from the inside out. With iHercules, there is a way that you can help the body reverse this aging process and have a younger you inside through a process known as biological reversal of age. This is not a fantasy. Now listen, this is important. We're not talking about anti-aging. We're talking about biological age reversal. This is both documented and certified. This independent lab, TeloYears, was started by a winner of a Nobel Prize. Their team discovered that the length of telomeres, or the caps on the ends of chromosomes that protect DNA in cells, is the key to healthy aging. As we age, our cells are constantly dividing and our telomeres shorten during the process. In the simplest terms, when telomeres get short, bad things happen. Knowing this was a superior tool to demonstrate biological age reversal. They did 1,500 tests over a 5-year period to certify the technology and the powerful, dramatic, and undeniable results of the extracts in our product. Their telomeres emblem is on all of our case studies as validation. Remember, this is a government-accredited third-party lab with nothing to gain, giving total documentation and certification to the validity of the benefits of these extracts. This knowledge was a quantum step forward. By activating the immune system to eliminate the faster aging cells at a higher rate, this biochemical signal tells the stem cells it's time to replace the faster aging cells. The final step was achieved by a powerful computerized system that formulated the perfect nutritional support for the new healthy stem cells to grow and to replace the old fast-aging cells. That's where iHercules comes into the picture. Many of the traditionally used plants for longevity were intensively studied. iHercules is based on the ultimate, most advanced nutritional support available. This product offers a safe way to enhance the body for a longer, healthier life. It is obvious that all devastating and debilitating illnesses are directly related to early age inflammation and impaired microcirculation due to fast-aging cells. iHercules is a major breakthrough in age-related issues. Now you can take advantage of something unprecedented and irrefutable. Now, let's examine several of these documented lab results. On this first one, the actual age is 39 years old, but after iHercules over time, based on the telomere length, the teloyears, or biological age, is 30. On this next one, the actual age is 44 years old, but after iHercules over time, based on the telomere length, the teloyears, or biological age, is 39. And then the next one's actual age is 61, but the biological age is 45. So, after taking this product, somebody that was 61 years old tested that their cells were biologically 45 years old. Some of these are incredible. Some of these are dramatic. This one, 70-year-old that is now 58 years old biological age. Everybody's different. Let's quickly look at several more. Let's look at the next one, 60 actual years old, but 40 biologically. And this one, 53 actual age to 47 biological years. Then 30 actual years to 25 biological years. Then 68 actual years to 44 biological years. Then 66 actual years to 48 biological years. Then 63 actual years to 42 biological years. And one more, 67 actual years to 44 biological years. You've got to remember, a government-certified and accredited lab did these tests, and there are over 1,500 of them. Here's another significant fact. Many of these results are from people who are suffering from chronic health conditions, all with amazing, life-changing results. Let me tell you some of the benefits of iHercules. Wouldn't it be nice if you could wake up and feel like you were much younger again? With the iHercules age-reversing possibilities, taken over a period of time, you can. How about increased endurance and stamina? Would you like to enhance your cognitive abilities and eliminate brain fog? Would you enjoy faster muscle growth and faster recovery? Think about hormonal balance, better skin and nails, and hair loss prevention. The list goes on and on. This is the greatest technology advancement probably in the last century, maybe even since humans have been on the planet. We're talking about reversing age, not anti-aging. Age reversal. iHercules, the best of the best. None can compare. A few sprays a day is all it takes. And by the way, for all you animal lovers, iHercules has many testimonies from animal lovers on health and vitality improvements in the area of better health, improved movement, and older animals acting as if they were years younger. Scientists, after many years of research and tests, were able to eliminate completely all man-made molecules. So a safe, effective, no side effects product with 0.00% synthetic composition was created. iHercules is vegan friendly. There are no colorants or synthetic filter. iHercules is non-GMO and it is gluten and allergen free. Because it has no synthetics or chemicals, there is no chance of drug interactions or reactions. It is completely safe from 1 to 101 years of age. All plants used are considered safe on all 3 major institutions' safety lists: Harvard Pharmacopoeia list, the GRAS list, and the FDA-approved as safe list. So, let me ask you again. If you found the proverbial fountain of youth that Ponce de Leon and many others pursued, and it was proven and documented to work, would you partake of it and turn back time? Become a time traveler. The only way to do that is with iHercules.
I know nobody wants to hear that, right?
So if that video doesn't inspire you to want to do something about age reversal, I don't know what can do it. I got super inspired though, just by my friend a couple of years ago telling me that she was getting involved with an anti-aging study. As soon as she said it, my hairs stood up at the back of my neck, my arm, all my hairs were standing up, and I just knew I had to be involved with this product and this company and these people. Who are these people? So fast forward, it took a couple of years for me to actually meet Tisa, who I'm going to introduce to you. She is a friend who I'm sure you'll love as much as I do. When you understand what she gets up into in the world. And we got together, started talking. We had all these things in common and things that we enjoyed together. And then Tisa was telling me about this iHercules product, and I just said, yes, I'm in. I want to do it. And I want to talk to you, Tisa, about your journey up to today. You know, how did you end up in this spot, in this position where
Up
you
to today. Wow, that's a lot. But I'll try to condense it for the audience.
okay.
Because even though it's been a fun journey, there's a lot that's been happening. And as it pertains to meeting you and talking about this product are the things that I'll definitely focus on. But I know you love hearing the story, and most of the audience probably would too, because it's just how we can connect and relate with each other. So first of all, I just want to say I'm really grateful for you to have this podcast and our little video chat, because I was a little reluctant at sharing so much information that I know with the scientists that I've been involved with. What made it easier to share what I know is that they decided to go ahead and take one of their product lines and make it available through the company that we're both involved in right now. So it first started with liquid gold, and now the second product that they're offering is iHercules, which is just a phenomenal product. So let me talk about that. So when you said that you were introduced to this company, or let's say the scientist, because that was like the big wizard conversation that I know that you had with our mutual friend, was you have to hear about this company and these scientists. We were doing some pretty amazing things. We still are. So what we were focused on back then was actually new generation antibiotics and like really massive, amazing things that the world needs to focus on. And one of the things that I was told about with this company is, Tisa, you're going to hear so many crazy things, crazy, amazing things that sound like miracles when I tell you what we have the ability to do, which included curing, reversing a lot of chronic illnesses that we are all familiar with: diabetes, heart disease, cancer, HIV, We've had people who have had chronic conditions for UTI and bacteria infections. The resistance to antibiotics is a real thing, and it really permeates in different ways into chronic illness. Okay, so one of the main things about this company is it sounds so simple, because it really is the simplest solution for focusing on our health, right? And that is to remove the toxins in our body. Okay, good, we're done. Let's do that.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
So simple.
yeah, let's do it. I mean, anybody really knows that, right? Anybody who's on a path to wellness, that's why we try to get our fruits and vegetables in. I mean, a lot of people, especially your audiences and the audience that I talk to, we're very smart about the inflammation, causes of inflammation. But sadly, the reason why I think we're so educated about inflammation is because we have experienced chronic disease in some capacity, and the pharma or some of the things that we were recommended through a doctor weren't working for us. And quite because they're made with synthetics, and our body isn't made to assimilate synthetics. It makes things work improperly. So the thing about these products, like just straight away, what they do is they help reduce our toxins and eliminate those toxins. That's it. That's like that's the big golden chalice. That's what, Raiders of the Lost Ark, that's what he was doing. He was seeking that. So with our products, we have customized formulations, and throughout since 1974, we've done some pretty phenomenal things. We've had scientists we have 5 Nobel Peace Prize winners on our team throughout the years. We are quantum physics scientists too, which makes these products so extraordinary. The products that we use are from the Mediterranean mountains, and they're organic and pristine. And the thing that makes our products so amazing, that word is like, it's truly, sometimes I feel like it's overused, but it truly is amazing technology that we use. Because the scientist and founder always tells me, if it weren't for the supercomputer, there's no way that we would be able to come up with these formulations. And the reason for that is because, and I never really thought about this fully, but he said to me that the body has trillions of chemical reactions to different things. It could be the weather, it could be our environment, it could be whatever we're putting in our system. Our body has a chemical reaction, like trillions of different ways that can matter. But the next thing was that you and I can have the same peach, but my body, because of what I've put my body through, or what I've exposed my body through, and what you've exposed your body to, could be a completely different reaction, right? Hence, that's why some people have certain allergies. So throughout the years, and I've known them for 3 years now, and I was invited literally to a table where I would hear pitches to a group of doctors, not even pitches, the education on helping them understand the products that they are using and the products that they would be using to their patients. And a lot of these were doctors. We had oral surgeons, we've had chiropractors, naturopaths, acupuncturists, and then you have someone like me who has none of those letters on the end of my name. But now that there's a direct sell company, it gives me the ability to share something that I truly believe in. And Michelle, I don't normally do direct selling, but when I see what it's done for myself and for my family, and when I've heard how people were using our other product, which is liquid gold, and I heard stories that were from one of my favorites is someone who had, would get their hair colored, their grays colored frequently. That would be someone like me, right? And they said, like, I don't know, is this real? I've noticed that my white hair is turning more like a dark silver, and that she's having fewer areas. And even her hairstylist noticed that her hair was getting darker. And I was like, wow, that's really amazing. When I talked to the scientist about that, he said, well, yeah, of course, because her liver is detoxing. The liver is everything. It's where all the reprogramming happens. And if I could just touch base a little bit, that's why when you take iHercules or liquid gold, or in this case, iHercules, why you have to have it on an empty stomach. And then you do your 4 sprays, and then you wait 15 to 20 minutes and you have it with a full meal, because you're basically eating food. So you have to mimic that. So you're spraying it in, you're going to eat 15, 20 minutes later so that it can digest with your food and go through the liver and go through all the processes that it goes through, including just being in your mouth and going through the process of saliva and the way it breaks down. It's really fascinating. So it's important that you have an empty stomach, and it's important that you have a full meal on iHercules especially. So when I found out that they were going to be offering a product like this, and that this was their age reversal product, I said, wait a minute. And this was recently. I said, wait a minute, right? Is this the anti-aging product that we did a couple years ago, and which was what you were introduced to? And I had just met them as well, and I was invited to be part of that study, which was pretty phenomenal to be part of that study. So the first thing that I did was I tested for telomeres. And after watching the video talking about telomeres, I honestly thought that that my biological age was going to be like 105. Because I had been through adrenal fatigue. I mean, that was 20 years ago, but I still felt like I had so much lack of sleep. I had so much stress. I really had adrenal fatigue. Like when after 4 years after I had Nathan, when he was 4, I was really struggling, dealt with a lot of stress. I had alopecia, where parts, I had like bald spots on my head. I had a lot of eczema. It was bad. I had it around my hairline, which no woman or man wants, is to have eczema around their hairline. It was just awful. So I really honestly thought that I would be 105 against my biological age. And I was actually really, really surprised, because I had been turning to alternative types of modalities years ago, like probably when I was diagnosed, because a lot of the doctors just couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. So I actually went to holistic practitioners and started on a path. And then here I am meeting this group and just being blown away. So I went on the program, and I was able to take off 4 years from my age, which is pretty good, because
Not 105.
I mean, because guess what? You could do it again and take off another whatever years, right? So for me and where I was, that's what benefited me. Now, I've heard people have reversed age. I mean, when you see the video, I mean, those videos are extraordinary, because you can see how quickly. What they don't get into, I don't remember if they mentioned that there was one gentleman that had colon cancer, and so he was treated, and his telomeres were elongated, and I think he might have been the highest one that we reversed, which was I believe, don't quote me on this, like I think it was more than 10, 15 years, which is phenomenal, because he was also at least in his 60s, I believe, at the time. Either way, it's pretty phenomenal just to reverse 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. So that was the start of me meeting them, was through the anti-aging program, but there was also other things that I was getting involved in, pretty extraordinary things, like, and still am involved in, like looking for validation for ALS, and little things like that. But this is an extraordinary company, and if it weren't for how many people I see us helping and truly healing at a level that brings them to tears, including my own parents, my father, I'm convinced that my father's recovery from a stroke 2 years ago, and my dad's 91. So, he was 89, and he was in fairly good health most of his life, but I'm convinced that his recovery got him out of the hospital 4 days later, because of brain elixir and different products that we have used. And they're all the same sort of formulations and same plant extracts that are in this product, iHercules.
So it's not only age reversal, which is, a huge motivation to want to participate with the product, but it's also optimal health
Yeah.
because that number of our biological age really reflects our level of wellness
Yeah.
internally.
For me, thinking about it, it really is a number on how our toxicity levels.
Mm,
It always goes down to opening up your pores, circulating your blood, and relieving your body of the toxins.
yeah.
And it really varies from person to person. I mean, we've had people who had really bad problems due to, black mold
Mm,
and have seen extraordinary results with many, many other products as well. But if you're looking for some sort of maintenance, I mean, this is more than maintenance. This is age reversal. This isn't a joke. This isn't just supplementing carrots in your diet. This is reversing age. And I can say that fully because, as you know, sometimes when you make claims, you got to be able to back it up. Well, we can back it up. That's what all of those, when you see, oh, and this one lost this many years and this many years, we can say that because we have the data that backs it up.
So it's not just, I know I mentioned this to you before, it's not just like you said, you can't just go in the kitchen and chop up a celery and a few carrots and then get the same sort of outcome and the same sort of
Right.
result. You explain to me why that is and how that is, and I'd love it if you could share that with people.
Sure. What I'd also can share with you too is there's let's call it a master list of ingredients. And this is my interpretation
Hmm.
of what was told to me by probably the smartest man on the planet right now. And he was probably, dumbing it down for someone like me who doesn't have such a technical background as far as science or even the way the body works. Quite honestly, I just have a love of wanting to be younger and also wanting to be healthy and wanting other people to feel good too, right? So and I can send you the list of ingredients, and they're all basically plants and vegetables. And it's not like they just put it in one big, bullet and mixed it all up. There's a process that's called partial extract engineering. So they can take a celery and and parcel it all out, and then they take different components of that. So it's like taking a celery and from a celery getting 20 other ingredients out of a celery, or
Mm,
this plant in the Mediterranean where you um, uh, extract all of the parts of that plant and you have another 20 ingredients. I mean, it's really amazing how this technology works. And then they take their master list of ingredients and then they formulate all these different they formulate products which is based on an algorithm that these Nobel Peace Prize winning scientists put together because they have an understanding through quantum physics and the way the body works, all the various trillions of chemical reactions that a body can have. So how did they get that data? They started by getting blood work from a lot of people over the years. How many people? Over 500,000.
oh,
So
wow.
we have over 500,000 no hope cases.
Mm.
We've acquired their blood work. I mean, it's funny. I call the founder. I say, I know you're really a vampire. Plus, he's from Romania because he loves blood work. So, if you have been diagnosed with something, breast cancer, leukemia, um, autoimmune problems, he likes to see your blood work because there is just a particular way, and then he likes to see where you're. That also means that he sees all your levels, your liver, I don't know all the technical terms, but autoimmune, whether you have cancer markers, all of those things, right? They take all of that into account. And then they literally put it into computer as is, and they already have the algorithm of what would help this body detoxify.
Mm.
I mean, it's extraordinary. So as you can imagine, if we help over 500,000 people, our formulations get better and better and better because we have more data. So
Mm.
that allows us to create formulations for allergies or gout or women's hormonal balance or men's hormonal balance, including anti-aging. And so I think why they went with one product, actually they started with liquid gold, which was, let's just help people detox.
Mm-hmm.
Just help them eliminate toxins from their body. And then the next thing for them was, you know what we're doing, because companies doing extraordinarily well, because if you have a product that works and you have happy people, people are going to want more. What else have you got in your arsenal, so to speak? So I'm thrilled that we're doing this iHercules, because it's kind of a no-brainer seller.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's no toxins. If you watch the video, you saw that they've they've overdosed people 7 to 10 times. There's no side effects. People get concerned about allergies, and I didn't understand this, because I can be allergic to strawberries, and I know that you have some allergies too, right?
Strawberries
So
too.
like, well, what if it's in there? Like, no, what's happening is they're literally, and I don't want to, I want to make sure I'm not telling an untruth. That's not my intention. But the way I understand it, if they're taking partial extracts from a celery, you know, this one ingredient from a celery and this other ingredient, it's no longer a celery. They're creating a different formulation, right? They're creating something else. So that's why there are no allergic reactions to these products, if you've had allergic reactions to, you know, fruits or vegetables. Isn't that interesting?
It's amazing. And it's non-GMO. It's all organic, plant-based product that can really do this specific work in the body. All that.
It varies per person.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard stories, and what I'm repeating for you are testimonials from people who have used things, and this is what happened when I used liquid gold. This is what happened when I used iHercules. You can even measure your results, really. With liquid gold, I've heard things like someone who had a heart arrhythmia and would have these bouts like 20 times a day, like honestly really heartbreaking. He used the product for 2 weeks, and he hasn't had it come back since.
Wow.
So things like that, the gray hair got me, you know, that one got me. But I already knew what we were capable of doing. I've witnessed amazing things from people who had dementia problems, you know, reduced, or clarity, or sleep. Sleep is another big one. So I've heard everything from simple things like better sleep, better digestion, to full on, you know, my skin has never looked like this because they've had eczema or whatever.
Well, I'm excited to start. I did send away to get my test done. So I'm going to know my biological age before I start. I'm going to take the product. I got my first batch. I'm going to do my 4 sprays.
It's nice.
Today before my evening meal, which just seems really simple to me. And I'm, you know, knowing this company, knowing the quality of research that they've done,
Oh my gosh,
who they are, and how they're really, you know, helping humanity. This is a really clean company doing good things in the world, and helping us as a humanity be well. And that's just my favorite kind of company. And like you, I wouldn't align myself with anybody who I didn't feel like was really vibrating at a certain frequency, at a certain level of goodness. They're in the goodness zone, which is
definitely
want to live and how we want to participate.
Well, I will say the founder is just a ball of beautiful, joyful energy. I mean, he really is like Santa Claus. He's always jovial. He always wants to feed you. You gotta love that.
Yes.
He's always positive. I've never seen him be anything but how could he? He has a lot of answers to things, and he has helped. It never gets old for him. You know, he loves sending these testimonials from people, and it just never gets old for him to see people feeling good in their bodies.
I love that. And I love this product. I'm super excited. Thank you for sharing all that fountain of wisdom and information and brilliance about this product, about these people what they're doing in the world. I'm super excited to get started.
What about you? You're doing this to spread the word. I love that. And maybe we see how you're feeling like in a
Yeah.
month or so,
Yes,
right?
definitely. And I'm wanting to combine this brilliant quantum technology with my quantum technology and my spiritual technology
Oh my gosh.
inside the whole journey. So I really am creating a big invitation for people to arrive into optimum wellness.
That'll be extraordinary.
Yes, using brilliant products that, actual products that people have created and the spiritual technology and all the work that I've done. I feel like I've been waiting for
Hmm.
something like this to come along so I could really dive in and get on board and invite everybody that I love, everybody that I know and care about
Hmm.
on a journey to optimum health. And I'm so grateful to you to have met you
Thank you. Thank
and
you,
for what
sweetie.
you do and who you've brought in and what you've brought into my world. I think it's really quite extraordinary. And I'm very excited to share all of that with everyone that I know in my world, my life, my group, my
Well,
people.
I want to appreciate you as well
Oh,
because,
thank you.
you've helped me a lot as well in many ways. I do your practices. Um, I've never done this much yoga actually ever. Because I was kind of that workout rat, and then I was really surprised how much yoga can really get you going, but your practices are just really brilliant. And the way you have so much knowledge. So I know that for myself, doing the practices with you and doing work with you and doing these products that I just feel overall well with from like head to soul and head to toe and from the inside out and all the wonderful things that you do. So thank you too.
Thank
Truly.
you.
Thank you.
We are truly going quantum.
Yeah,
This,
we are.
this is what we're doing.
We're gonna do more things. So I'm
Yes,
excited.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Lots of love to you.
Lots
Thank
of
you.
love.
Bye.
Bye.
My Fountain of Youth yoga workshop is coming up shortly, and I am very excited about this offering because it offers a great opportunity to do a very deep yet gentle detox through your energetic system into your physical system that includes your emotional system and your mental system. And that will be the first aspect of the practice. Then we will be spending some time elevating our emotional vibration so that we can occupy the bandwidth of emotional frequencies that lead to greater wellness, greater health, optimum experience of life. And then we will also do a layer of specific technologies, spiritual technologies, and tools that start to reverse our clock so we can do some reverse aging inside the practice. And it's a lot to do, and it is deep. I'll have specific breathing techniques that you can participate in or not, depending on whether you find ease with the breath. Always never struggle with the breathing. The invitations to take the practice to a deeper level, but don't force your body to do something that it doesn't want to do. And with the specific spiritual technology that will actually start to lengthen your telomeres with those invitations to support the reproduction of your cells and specific instructions that your subconscious can align with that will support you in activating your own fountain of youth. So it should take about 2 hours, and I'm really excited about seeing you at the yoga practice. Namaste. The Fountain of Youth online course offers everything, everything that I've done up until this point. The foundational yoga practices and meditations that really support you in elevating your set point around your wellness and your happiness. It includes the new spiritual technology that brings all of that information into the quantum field at the quantum level takes you on a deep dive detox with the ancestral healing, and also supports you in reversing your aging, actually turning back the clock, turning back the hands of time so that we can occupy optimum wellness. It is packed with all of these tools and all of these invitations and all of these possibilities that I'm super excited to share with you, because it feels like it's everything that I've worked for up until this point, including I've spent some time doing weight management programs and watching your diet and how to be supported in making good choices and developing healthy habits around our nutrition and our food. And I've spent some time doing programs that really focus on how to manage our stress so that we can master it, so that we can occupy elevated experiences inside our day-to-day living. So all of these various tools from all of these various junctures in my life are all brought together inside this program. And I'm also able to offer at a very reasonable price, I must say, my assistance and my support, because what I've understood about working with students and clients in my programs is people do better with support. People like to be able to ask questions and to have some accountability to me, or maybe to a buddy that they can partner up with, so that they can make sure that they're making the best choices that they can, that they're supported when they feel vulnerable or when things are more challenged or more difficult. So all of that is available to you in this online forum of this course. So I'm super excited about it. I hope that you are. I'll put all the details about the prices and the access with this link so that you have no doubt about how to find it and how to find me. Namaste.